All right, so we're gonna do Nippletop. I hope the snow doesn't cause a problem. But we got to get down into this. I don't know if this is still Clear Creek. We got to get down into this, walk along, and then climb up over a rock formation to access Separation Canyon, which we'll just walk straight up, and then eventually Nippletop will be on our right or west side. So I have a backup battery because this battery is going to die, I think, but we're going to walk along this for like 100 yards or so. All right, so we've there's footprints here. I think it's steep here. I think there's sort of like a path that wraps. We got to get up here, up and over this to drop into Separation Canyon. So this shouldn't be anything too crazy from what I remember. Yeah, I think there's a nice path that sort of takes you up. You could step up, I suppose, but I'll take the path. We got our first mini climb out of the way. This is Separation Canyon. There is Nippletop. That is Separation Point, which I've been on top of. I don't know if it's worth doing today. I've also gone to Lonely Peak, which is tucked behind. But more or less we are going between whatever this is and Nippletop, and we curve in there, and there's a crack that we take up to access the ridge. It is not easy. I remember there being some tough parts, so I'm just gonna aim literally straight for it rather than going left up the drainage, because time is at a premium here. I'm attempting to get to Bryce to do a hike in Bryce too, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So either way, I don't think we're gonna hit Separation Point. It's a little rinky-dink anyway. You can see Nippletop's a lot better. So gonna beeline it straight over, and I'll let you know when I get over there and I start the steep slick rock ascent. But we gotta go in between these two peaks and wrap around to the right and start climbing then. So we haven't done much so far, but that is Nippletop up there. We just got to get up in this, I guess we are in the wrong side drainage. There's another one up there. So we're just cutting across. We sort of just beelined it. We're just trudging through snow and whatnot. We'll make it though. So we've entered the big Slick Rock Amphitheater. Nippletop's up there. We're bending, I'm sort of climbing. You can't really stay in the crack. You start to bend to the right. See this crack up here with that dead tree at the top? That is our ticket to the ridge, although honestly it looks like you could get up over there as well. But the beta I have, you bend around, you just go up the crack, and honestly it's not even that far ahead of us. I just remember there being some tough parts. And I don't know if I'm cutting this too high or not. But anyway, I just got to contour over and then head up. I was just going to go up here and then cut over in the sun. All right, so here's your crack up. So you're not going towards the summit. You're going up this crack, and then we will ridge traverse, and it's pretty flat all the way to that end part. So from what I remember before, my recommendation is to stay in the crack, because you get on some steep slick rock if you just try to walk to the right of the crack, which is what I was doing before. So I'm going to try to stay in the crack proper this time. Good I don't know, 300-foot push here, and then maybe another 200 or 300 to the summit. Hopefully this won't be too painful. All right, so that wasn't as bad as I remember. We've hit the ridge. I just stay in the crack. It's steep, but sort of like going up the gully, Mountain of the Sun. So now we have fairly flat terrain. That snow just could complicate things. But there looms Nippletop. But we get a little respite here, and we get to ridge walk for a little bit, pretty flat. So this shouldn't be too bad. I really have my fingers crossed that the snow and ice aren't complicating things too much. So I'll check in on the climb up there. All right, so we've completed our ridge traverse around. It's about to be climbing time. It's not that high up, but there are several moves through some of these cliff bands that I hope won't be hard with snow. I mean, but this might only be 250 feet or something up. We probably have gained 50 or something on the ridge. So yeah, I'll show you when I hit some of the climbing sections. All right, so we've hit the rock. We've come up. The snow has made coming up this more challenging, unfortunately. This just isn't easy to grip with the snow. Uh-oh, that moves. Should put my gloves on. My hands are freezing from the snow. Look at that little arch. So I think we pop up right here. Let's find out. Yeah, see, with all this snow, it makes it a lot harder. Otherwise, I just step right here. Maybe I'll just clean it all off. I'm afraid I'm gonna slip there. Otherwise, I'd pull myself up right here. So I'm gonna let my hands warm up and then I'll figure it out. So I've come around at that little section. I could have gotten up that, just with the snow. It's a little more challenging. So I've wrapped around the left side, and I might go up right there, or I might go up right here. But I think this is the easier ticket here. I think. But maybe I should just go back right here. So I think this puts me above the section I would have had to climb up. So we might as well check it out. My hands have no dexterity because they're cold. Let's see what this looks like. I mean, this looks easy enough to step up to me. It's dry. That's the key. Well, not right there. This is a big step. Big step here. Just give me a handhold somewhere. Big step there. All right, we're good for now. I think that's your summit block over there. So once you're through that cliff band, it's easy walking. Well, if there weren't snow everywhere, it would be easy walking. But the summit's up here. And I remember at the very end, there's like some semblance of like a class 4 move to pull yourself up. And I want to say you wrapped around to the right. But I could be completely wrong here. So we're just gonna test it out. Yeah. Wrap around for the approach. This is hard with the snow everywhere. There's like nowhere to step. I think this is your summit. We just have a move to pull ourselves up on it. Yeah. This looks familiar. Fucking icicles all over it. Alright. That was a lot harder than it needed to be. Some of the Nippletop. Ah. So there is the highest triplet. And I think that's Lost Peak. It actually looks like that southern one is slightly higher from here. Still hard to tell. Either way, I was on that one before. Anyway, I'm gonna get some pictures, hightail it down, hopefully be safe. Just that one cliff band, that's really the only move. There's multiple ways up. When it's dry, they're all easy. But I went around to the left and it seemed a little easier than doing like a class 4, class 5 move with snow on the holds. So that's really your only move. And then this last move to get up on the summit, which, oh, there's the summit marker, which might not be the easiest getting down, but I'll probably just jump. So, all right, this is Nippletop, and got to make it down and get to Bryce. Well, we've made it down off the summit, back to the ridge. Thank God. Not too bad. Just got to be careful. But dry, that's a very easy one when it's all dry. That's easier than the other ones I've been doing. So I wouldn't be too worried if you do this in dry conditions. I feel like every step I'm just gonna slip. Once we get back down to that crack, it should be easy descending. I think I'm just gonna go back out the side drainage to Separation Canyon and take that back rather than do the little shortcut that I did on the way here. So there's our crack right there. It looks incredibly steep and not really doable from here, but just a word to the wise, you're gonna pass one crack here. Make sure you identify the right crack that you came up. I just started to go down the wrong one. So mark it somehow, or just remember what it looks like when you pop. Luckily, I've seen footprints, which makes it easy for me. I can see my footprints here. But yeah, just study it, because that if you went down the wrong crack, I don't know, you might be able to get down that way, but honestly, I don't know. So back up on the ridge proper. Ooh. So this all cracks if you like step near it, and it makes this bang, and it's freaked me out when I did it earlier. It wasn't on camera. Much smaller than that. But this is Separation Canyon. So we're just following this down, then we have to do that thing where we go up and over that rock formation back to the car. So we should be back to the car in like 15 minutes. Damn, that's pretty, I think that's pretty deep, although it's hard to tell. That might be like 4 feet deep or something. So I tried to pick up a rock off the ground. I can't. It's all frozen. Here's a little one. I want a big one. I wanted to show you what it sounded like. Aha. Ready? That wasn't very loud. Anyway, just breaking the ice here.